Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. We've been pretty busy, and so we don't get videos up as often as we'd like, but we're getting them up, and we're still on this job here with my Shovelhead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and quickly show you what we've been doing, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. I certainly am. Anyway, this is the front cylinder. Excuse me? I did say welcome to Mike's Garage. I didn't? What's wrong with me? Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thanks a bunch. If you haven't, please do. And I'm telling you, if you do, it makes it easier on us. We have a goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers. And we're over 96,000 now.
Yay!
So thank you very much. I want to remind you, in case I've forgotten to tell you, it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe.
Nope.
So all you do is click on the little subscribe button when you're watching a video, and every time we put up a new video, you'll be notified.
Yep.
So, gee, please don't forget us. Subscribe.
Camera Mike's back.
Oh, cameraman Mike is here. He is here and on task. Now, I'd let you see him, except he really looks silly in what he's wearing, number one. And number two, he's on the other side of the camera, so you can't see him. I mean, that was it. Okay, that's all you get. Now, back on what's going on. This is the front cylinder off of my Shovelhead. This started out as I'm going to fix a bunch of leaks. And what happens is I run this thing pretty hard, and it is a hot rod. I mean, it's not a world beater, but it's hopped up a little bit. And when you take something and hop it up, and then you start riding it real hard, you will develop leaks. I mean, pressures build up, so I decided, gee, I got a little leak. It doesn't bother me much. Then I got another little leak. It doesn't bother me much.
Running so well.
Yeah, she's running well. She's screaming down the road. That's another thing I've been doing too much of. And I said, well, I better just kind of open things up and seal everything up again. So it's not really a proper rebuild. I'm just freshening it up with a set of rings and relap the valves and that sort of thing. But that means you have to get everything in one place to go, and that's been taking me a little doing just to get some of this stuff all together. Had to order rings. I had rings, but I only had enough for one cylinder, brand new set. So I ordered more rings and just little stuff, valve seals, which probably will be in tomorrow. But anyway, so I cleaned everything up. This is a piston all cleaned up. You can see it's not perfect. It's a little scarfed up a little bit. I mean, these are they're not old worn parts, but see, if you look in the later service manuals, you'll see they have service wear limits. Now, some of that is really just common sense, and other stuff is stuff that Harley really means business on. You always want to go by the recommendations of the manufacturer of the parts you're using. In this case, I'm using a bunch of Cometic gaskets. Okay, that's not the only brand, that is a brand. I'm using that brand, and therefore I will use their recommendations when I use those gaskets. Same thing with the piston rings. These are Hastings piston rings, which most of the piston manufacturers use, the ones for Harleys anyway. Most of them use Hastings rings, which is what most of us use. But you got to go with their recommendations. Anyway, so here is this cylinder, which I scrubbed and cleaned and put in my sonic cleaner and did everything in the world with. And then I measured everything, and everything is within my limits on this thing. When I say my limits, I'm saying, yeah, it's a little loose, and yeah, it's a little worn, and yeah, it's going to be just grand, okay? And one of the reasons for that is next time I have the motor completely apart, oh, it's going to be a whole new bunch of experiments, and I really kind of want to wait to tear it down for that. I have too many other things that need to get done, and this is my workhorse. I need her to run now.
Yep.
Okay, so here is this front cylinder, and if you look inside, you can see the honing I did. I used a ball hone. I showed this in a previous video. And the cross hatches are about 60 degrees. And what that does is it creates a place for the oil to run up and down the cylinder, so that when you're breaking it in, it's breaking in with enough oil. And of course, the steeper the angle of that crosshatch, the better the oil runs.
Yep.
So there it is. That wasn't my idea to go to 60 degrees. I always did 45 until the guys doing the big stock car racers. NASCAR. The guys doing NASCAR, they said, at the time I was learning it again, 60 degrees. And they have way too much success for me to argue with.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys build stuff that just is mind-boggling. Anyway, and here's a piston. You can see it's an old used piston. This is something, I don't mean to show brands, but it's the only brand I know. This is Scotch-Brite. Yeah. And I use it for cleaning my cylinders, for cleaning my pistons, for cleaning everything. And the reason for that is it's not like sandpaper in that it's not going to change a dimension. You can clean with it, but you're not going to be taking metal off. Yeah. So it's really useful, and as you can see here, I use a lot of it. And it really works for me. So anyway, so you've seen the pistons, there's a cylinder. So what we need to do now, and I already checked this, so I can't really demonstrate it as well as I wanted to. Well, I'm setting the ring gaps on the piston rings. Yep. So here are the piston rings for one cylinder. And there is the top ring. So let's just use the top ring as an example. Now, let's see, maybe I'll just put that ring in there first so you can see it, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is the top ring. There is no kind of mark, top or bottom on it, so there's no right or wrong way to put it in. Now this is the top ring, and it is now in there. And you'll notice, if you looked at a cylinder that's been run, you usually have a big black carbon ring all the way around here. Yeah. You want to go below that, just below it a little bit, is enough to get the actually most worn part of your cylinder. So that's really what you're going for. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to set in it, make sure it's straight in there. So we'll set this. A lot of guys just take a piston and push it down in there and let the piston set that point, which is all right, but that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're using this so I can hold that measurement
all the way around.
All the way around. Yeah. Okay, now we get all the way around. Then we look at the instructions, which we could have looked at the instructions first, but you want to read all this here, showing how to do end gap placements. I mean, all that sort of good stuff. A mark on the second ring. You got to read this stuff. Anyway, so here we go. Now, they list different applications for their pistons. They say dirt, ATV, snow, PW. What's a PWC?
Personal watercraft.
Excuse me. That's very good. Personal watercraft. Okay. And then they have one here, late model stock, circle track drag race. You know, late model vehicles, the metallurgy in the engines on the newer stuff is so much better than anything we've ever had before. As much as I love my old stuff, my antiques and my stuff, I really love that old stuff. But when I put it together, I use modern pistons, and I use modern valves, and I use modern valve springs. What I'm getting at is take the best of both worlds. But remember, if you're going to use a set of piston rings from the year 2025 here,
Yeah.
do what the manufacturer recommends, because that manufacturer's really gone through their research. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they want you to have the best product they can give.
Absolutely. Anyway, so what they say here, first off, the bore is 3.5 inches. Now this is a standard bore cylinder because I had these cylinders re-sleeved quite a while back. That's one of the reasons it hasn't really worn out too. There's nothing like a really good sleeve in there. Anyway, so the standard bore is 3.5 inches. So they say you want to take that bore and multiply it times whatever they recommend here, which is 0.0045. Well, that being said, let's see if I have something to write on. I'm going to write it right here on this. 3.5 times 0.0045. 0.0045. Wow. That's what we're going to do. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20 and 2. And there's another 0 there. Okay. Now we got 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12 is 13. And we'll bring that down, and we got a 0 there again. So we got 5, 7, 5, 1. Wow. There you go.
There you go. Ta-da!
It's 15 thousandths. There it is. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Okay?
Yep.
So now we're at about 15 thousandths. Okay. Now, I know I'm cheating because I checked this a while ago, and I'll check it again. But here's 15 thousandths. And we're going to put it right in there. Can you see that?
Yeah, pretty cool.
You see, let me get my hand out of the way. There, is that better?
Yep.
Okay, that's 15 thousandths. So we'll check it at 16 thousandths. Just barely makes it in there. Folks, that is just dandy.
Yep.
Now, had that been too small a gap there, I would have a ring grinder in here, and I would be showing that.
Yep.
But I can't show it if it's not going to require it.
Yeah.
So maybe next time.
I believe we've shown it before.
I believe we did. It's been quite a while back.
A guy like that machine.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's cool.
They are cool. They're precision. They're a real quality little machine. They make them in hand crank and electric. Now, I've used both. Honestly, I think if I had a lot of work to do, I'd think that electric one was really cool.
Yep.
But you only have 2 cylinders. It's a Harley, you know. I mean, and the same thing holds true for valves, which I think we got everything. I want to mention too, when you're cleaning these cylinders up, be sure you clear the drains and things real well. Make sure they're clean.
Yeah.
You'll be glad. Okay, so while I was at it, I cleaned up cylinder heads. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And these are, of course, my STD heads. We've shown them on the channel before. They are really nice high-performance heads. And I've had them for quite a while. I've run them quite a while.
Massaged by.
Well, yeah, Dave Mackey did a little massage on them for me. They've been real good for me. I like them a bunch.
Yep.
I mean, this is a real nice running 80-inch Shovelhead. It's not a world beater, but it certainly is my traveling bike.
Yep.
And it will travel at any speed I select. And that's pretty cool. Okay, now, well, that also tells you I don't go real fast. How's that? There, okay. So, let's see what we need here. Let's do an intake valve. Now I've let's see, is that the right one? No, I think, yeah, it is. Okay, that's a ball hone. Just like,
Bitty balls.
yep, little bitty. And that does the same. What the heck happened there? Stay there.
Nice catch.
Yeah? Okay. Anyway, so what we do is clean that out, which we're going to do some of this right now. I've already cleaned these, really, but we're going to do it again.
Like mystery.
It is. It's Marble Mystery Oil. And it does smell good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Smells like a mystery.
Well, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just blow that out real good. Hang on a second. I didn't turn the air hose back on. Okay, here we go. Sound like air?
Sounds like air to me.
Okay, to err is human. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can see in there that's just as clean as can be. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this here intake valve and maybe we'll put a little bit of Marble Mystery Oil on it. But I've got these valves all cleaned up and ready to go. You know, it's been so long since I did any valve work.
Yeah.
I was ready to do this, and I came out here, and my valve lapping tool wouldn't stick.
Cooperate.
Well, it wouldn't stick onto the valves wouldn't stick onto it. And I went, how can that be? And then I thought about how long have I had those tools? Yeah. I don't think I got any of them new before, which means they were passed down to me.
Oh.
Okay, which means Fred, that I worked with for so many years, I have his. And then one that my dad's been gone since 1987, I have his. So I actually stepped up and bought a brand new one.
Oh, you found one, huh?
I did. I found one right here in the neighborhood. But the thing is, this is the new one. It's made out of some special plastic, the handle is.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always had wooden ones. Yeah, that's a Blue Point.
A little bit softer.
I'm not done yet. Just, hang on.
You can always soak them in hot water for a little while. That'll make them soft again.
Maybe. Let's see what happens. Anyway, what I wanted to do was lap this valve, which basically what we're doing is just a cleanup. Oops. Okay, you can see I put valve grinding compound on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can see the ring there.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's so
Right
nice
there.
and clean. Did you get it? I'm sorry.
Tilt it back a little bit. Right there. Yeah, got it.
Okay, that's where the valve seats. That nice narrow ring. And with a nice narrow ring like that, they stay cooler.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and back in the old days, Harleys all came with a 45-degree seat, period.
Yeah.
And you'll look in your books and you'll see today, everything comes with 3-angle seats.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now when I tap this valve, it's going to move that valve grinding compound right down onto that seat, right onto the the wear area, the contact area there. But you can hear it as the grind smooths out. You can hear how it's doing it.
Yes, I can.
Okay, now what we're going to do, and every time you do that, you turn it about 90 degrees. Then you're always working on a nice clean setup there. Let's see now. All right, let's see what it looks like. I'd say that's about all this intake valve needed. Well, yeah. You drop something like this paper towel on the floor, just let it fall. You don't want to pick it up and touch your parts with it again.
The whole point.
Yep. And you can see I've got one little mark right there. And it's just coming up beautifully.
Yeah, when you tilt it back, I can see it.
Tilt it back like
Right
that?
there. Oh, yeah.
Okay, but you can see it's not perfect. It's close.
Yeah.
And I will soon do that and make it perfect because I can.
Yep.
The only thing to think about there that you don't want to get all frustrated is that the exhaust valves are always pitted way worse than the intakes. And I mean, they look funky, and you look at them and you say, do I really want to do this? You know, if it's really bad, don't put in a new valve. But in all reality, you can go from one grinding compound to another, and step by step, and make a beautiful smooth seat with that pitted exhaust valve.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure that it's up to specs. The factory tells you how thick that valve head is supposed to be, and you can do all of it and make it right. Anyway, I think that pretty well does it for now. Like I said, I wanted to do the pistons, the cylinders, and the heads, and then we'll get all this stuff together and we'll come back and show you some more. Now, I did want to say, however, we do have t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
We have t-shirts and we have baseball caps. The baseball caps are actually embroidered. And we've gotten some really good reviews on these t-shirts. We did our best to come up with real quality and real detail. You know, Fred of the art department has really outdid himself with all the detail work on this. And our t-shirt guy has done a fabulous job of printing them. We used the best t-shirts we could find. I actually wore every t-shirt, every brand, until I found the one I liked best. And so they're really good stuff. In fact, that picture of Baby Doll always flips my switch because the detail is so good on my little pan head. Anyway, the way to order a shirt is you just go to our website, which is pacificmike.com, and in the upper right-hand corner it says T-shirt store, and you can order right there. Just click on that and it'll take you right through the steps.
Yep.
So I think that does it for now. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon. In fact, hopefully, I'll see you out on the road.